How to monetize your content as a micro influencer. That is the topic of today's live stream. It is episode 3. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. I got to make sure I turn down my volumes over here because I'm hearing myself on repeat here. But glad to have everybody here today for another live stream. Excited for this topic in particular because some kind of way I end up getting on this topic with somebody, some type of way. Um, if you guys are brand new here to the channel or to the live stream, definitely let me know that you're new by typing in new. And if you already know who I am, let me know that you are here in the comments in the chat. So I see Cheryl's here. I see Carmelita's here. Good to see you on YouTube. And then on Facebook, let me know as well that you're watching. Exciting show today. First, I got to give a shout out to our sponsor that makes this all happen every single Monday, MelonApp. They are a web-based live streaming platform that makes it super easy to go live. So right now I am using their platform to go live to YouTube and to Facebook at the exact same time. Couple clicks of a button. I scheduled my broadcast, so you guys saw the little notification earlier that showed that I was going live. You can schedule your broadcast. You can record your stream. You can have live chat. You can have private chat with your other hosts, your other speakers, and you guys will see some of the features today, some of the split screen action that you can do, overlays, all that good stuff we want in a live streaming software. So definitely check out MelonApp. You can go to melonapp.live, check them out, do the free trial, check out the platform. I think you guys will really like it. Let me make sure I show that on screen for you guys as well. So if you guys have any questions with it, definitely let me know in the comments in the chat today. Emmanuel says he is here. As usual, good to see you. Always good to see my faithful people show up on the live stream. So I definitely want to make sure we answer you guys' questions today. Cheryl says she forgot it was Monday. Yeah, it's Monday. It's been a long Monday. I've been going and going and going and going, but it's Monday. What's going on, Daniel? I see Daniel over there on the Facebook side. Good to see you there. Awesome. So let me kind of set this up, you guys. I am excited to talk about this topic all the time because it's one of those things that I didn't think about like a year and a half ago, really. And so I have a special guest on today, and we're going to talk about how to monetize your content as a micro influencer, a nano influencer, someone that essentially doesn't think they have a large enough audience. That's what we're going to talk about today, how to monetize your content, because you can monetize what you're already doing. And I think that's the fun part of being able to know that this is available to you. Going live on this platform, I'm able to monetize the information. When I stand in front of a speaker stage, I can monetize that time and that information. Albert, good to see you here. I know you were on last week as well. So we're going to talk about how to monetize that. So I got my special guest. I'm going to bring him on screen here. My guy, Chris Giles. Let me make sure I got it straight. There we go. I got it straight. Boom. There's the lower third and everything that you can do here with Mela. What's going on, Chris?
Chilling, man. How you feeling, man? How you living today?
I'm going, man. I've been going. I know we kind of talked a little bit earlier today too, so I know you've been busy over there as well. Good to see you, man. You are officially the first guest here on the show.
Need some confetti pops, man. I should have brought the confetti poppers.
I know. You got some audio sounds or something I'm sure we could play with a little bit in the show here. But I'm glad to have you here, man, and I'm really glad to talk about this topic with you. How to monetize your content as a micro influencer. But before we get into it, I'm going to let you introduce yourself to the people and let them know who you are.
Yep, what's going on? Chris Giles, aka DJ Mastermind, owner, founder, lead creator over at Black Tie Media, where our main goal is to help you monetize your content as a content creator. We got into this space. Honestly, Monte got me into this space. I don't know if we're gonna talk about that later, but I kind of stumbled into this creator space from live event production. So I've been DJing and doing audio engineering for, man, I don't know, a lifetime now, and got into this space. Looking forward to helping people get money without having a huge following. That's kind of the passion right now, man. So I mean, I appreciate you having me on, and special to be the first guest, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So let's get into this, man. Because yeah, we can kind of tell a little bit of this backstory because when we already knew each other from way back. I won't even get into years. I think we're at that point now where we're like, ooh, how long have we known
Right,
each
right,
other?
right.
Yeah, we can skip that part of. But when we reconnected, um, you're already in this event space, this live streaming space,
Yeah,
and everything. And I knew you were running a Facebook community group, and you were going live in there, sharing your content, sharing your information. And then we kind of just had a discussion around YouTube and this Amazon thing. But even then, we weren't even talking about like monetizing the content. It was just more so like YouTube is a platform that we know we could be monetized on because of the AdSense. And that's pretty much the only thing you find out about. And then we kind of start tapping to this Amazon Live thing. And
yep,
then we were like, oh, I can get paid for showing up. And then like the light bulb just went on. It's like I can get paid for any time I show up on video or show up on social media.
oh yeah,
You want to kind of talk about like what this last year has been like and how quick I think nobody, if they're not in this space yet, I
they don't get
hopefully they'll get into this influencer space by the time we get done with this conversation.
bro. Absolutely, man. Like I think, man, it's funny. Like you said, man, I was doing live events. 2020 happened, and I got out of it. I mean, just because there was nothing going on, right? And so I was like, oh well, I'll start video game streaming for fun, right? I got a little time on my hands, and I ended up, kind of everything that happened politically. I ended up, mod in a black business group. And so I'm just sitting there. I'm like, oh, well, I live stream it here, just talk business, right? That's what I do all the time. And then I caught you on the other side, and I was like, oh man, he's doing this YouTube thing. And I mean, what at that point? I mean, were you at 15K or I
Yeah,
mean,
right. Yeah, it was getting close. Probably around 10. I might
yeah.
have been less than that.
Oh yeah, because I mean, it was like 5 or 6 months into 2020. Like
Yeah.
it was crazy, and I'm like, oh, well, let me go see what he's doing. Let me. I originally it was like, hey, come be on the show. Like, what can you teach these business people about YouTube? And so, of course, you came, and then we got to talking after. I mean, I'm pretty sure that was another hour conversation after the show. And you were like, yeah, come in, join the group. You brought me in, started teaching me YouTube, and then you whispered in my ear one day, hey, go check out Amazon Live, but don't like leave. Just just get your feet wet. And I was like, all right, cool. But me jumped in, man. I jumped in. I was like, man, what's this thing he's talking about? And it was funny because I think even at that time you hadn't fully jumped in.
No, I had tested it out in July of 2020, but like nobody was I felt like nobody was listening to me when I said it. I'm like, am I the only one that sees Oprah on Amazon and thinks
Yep,
this is a big deal?
yep. Oh man, that was good, man. And then me, I'm like, well, if he ain't gonna pay attention, I jump in since he whispered it, bro. I mean, that was September, October that I
Yeah.
jumped in. And like I jumped in, Melody jumped in, and then that was when it was like, hold on. Monty was like, hold on, y'all passing me. All right, let me jump in too. And you started the group and we started leading that thing, man. And like from there, I mean, a couple weeks in, we're looking brands are reaching out like, hey, we want to give you money. It was like, ho, I didn't even know I could make. I thought I was just gonna get this Amazon money.
Yeah. That changed the game for us, man.
Oh,
And
bro.
then like when we started getting companies reach out to us, like because we were already going live. Like we were going in Facebook groups, we were on YouTube videos, we were doing Periscope stuff. Like we were already sharing our knowledge, but we weren't getting paid to just show up.
Yep.
And when the brand started like reaching out and say, "Hey, can you talk about this?" I think that kind of changed the game on how we've even looked at how we even showed up.
Oh, bro.
Um,
All day.
I mean, like y'all, Chris is an audio guy. Chris, I don't think you thought you would ever get paid just to talk about random microphones. Hey, I'm gonna
Bro.
send it to you. Just talk about it, and we'll pay you.
No, not at all. Never did I even think I would have as many microphones as I have now. Like, I mean, we're gearheads, right? We just buy stuff anyway. Then when people start sending it to you for free, you're kind of like, huh, how many of these can I collect and it not seem crazy, right?
Yeah, yeah. Let me give some shout outs. I see Glenn here. I see my wife Kay is here. Good to see you always. I get to see her in person, and I get to see her lovely face on the chat. What's up, Phil? Deshaun is here. I saw Megan was in the chat too. So
Nice.
Megan's one of our Amazon Live family as well. So good to see all of you guys in the chat here. Um, Chris, when we started just getting, we talk a lot about Amazon Live because that's just a platform that we're on. But I
Yeah.
want you guys to know, like, is on any platform. I've gotten requests to talk about things through Clubhouse. I've gotten requests to talk about things on Instagram. Like I don't even I'm not there consistently on those platforms, and it's pretty crazy. But when these brands reach out to us, how do you kind of think about what that looks like financially? Are you like, okay, I'm just going to work with any and every brand that because they're just all reaching out, or do you kind of think about like, is this even a good fit? How much money do I need to be making? What's that process look for you not like now?
I mean, for me, it's I got to be genuine and authentic to my audience, right? So the biggest thing for me was it has to make sense for my brand. Like currently, I haven't jumped into the kitchenwares. I don't know, maybe if I start a kitchen show or something, I'll jump in. But I mean, I'm tech, and so like you said, I do the live event stuff. I do live streaming. I do gaming. Gaming is natural to me, so I'll talk about computers and that kind of content. But yeah, I didn't stretch people. I mean, people were sending me stuff. I think I did. There was a couple stretches in there where I took a book bag and a suitcase. But for me, I travel to go do the work, right? And I actually did a live stream about this is how I pack my production bag. And so it has to definitely make sense for the people, my audience, you know. So I got speakers in here, I got mics. I'm trying to think of what else. I mean, lights, all the lights that you see around me. And so yeah, it definitely has to make sense. And then the biggest thing was I wouldn't promote when I talk about products. I don't promote them unless I actually like them. So what I'll do in my deals is I'm not going to open this product until my live stream. And so, sink or swim, they're going to see live if this thing actually works. And so, that kind of got me in a little deep water with one of them because it actually didn't work on the live stream. So they were upset. But it was it's the genuine because now I can come back next week and go, hey, this is what the problem was. So now you get to choose. Do you still want it? You know?
Yeah, yeah. And I think the audience, our audience values that because we're the ones that's going to take the brunt if like, hey, this product, go get this product, and then they get it and then they don't like it.
Yeah.
I was live streaming about iPhone 13 cases two times. I had so many questions about does it come in this, does it come in that, and I'm like, no, it doesn't come in that, but this is what it does have. But like, I can't like tell you go buy this if you want a leather case. That leather case option is just not available for you. So trying to be transparent as much as we can with the companies based off of what we know, I think is super important. I gotta do this, Chris, real quick. So Carmelita is doing her Monday. This is gonna become a weekly thing. Carmelita is on YouTube saying hi to my wife on Facebook. So I know my wife is gonna say hi, Carmelita on Facebook, and then I gotta relay that back to YouTube. So those
That's
of you
hilarious.
guys that don't know about that, we'll go into it on another show. I'm gonna bring both of them on camera at the same time just to
Just
have
to,
that conversation. Yeah,
just to say, hey,
every week. Yeah, just to say hey every week. Um, yeah. So speaking of live streaming, because you brought up live stream a little bit, I think that's kind of one. I think that is the fastest way to get attention of a brand or a sponsor. No matter how large or small your audience is,
yeah,
because the now the brands are actively looking for people
absolutely.
that are tagging their products, talking about their products. Can you kind of walk through, like, for you, like what you've seen in the marketplace when it comes to live streaming and kind of how that's changed? I mean, 2020 literally
Oh,
sped up things.
bro, like yeah, I mean, because originally when I got into it, I mean, Twitch was the place, right? Because I got into it for gaming, and it was like that was really all that was there. And then, like I said, I started dabbling in Facebook, but again, it was there's all the little issues on each website, right? And so I did a little Facebook, and then of course YouTube to me was the holy grail because you get all the search content, that kind of stuff. But I mean, just the way that you can go live and how many platforms go live is absolutely crazy to me now. I mean, because I even think what you were talking about, you were on Periscope, and it's like, like how many people, how long ago was that people were just on their phones watching it, right? And now, so you think about that, Amazon Live. The big thing for me that I've been watching outside of Amazon Live are all these other apps that are popping up that are live sales, and it's just the app in the phone. I think it's like Depop. I know somebody they just started one called Galaxy. Like it's the live sales part on top of the video portion. Like it's just getting crazy right now. And side note, you kind of think, oh, is it getting saturated? But you're like, no, like they're getting more and more views. So somebody somewhere is watching this stuff, and it's crazy, man.
Yeah, I was looking at an article. He was either yesterday or today talking about, um, I think Walmart tapping into it more so now. Target getting ready to tap into it. Just this live element showcasing products, and I think it's going to be I think it's going to create an opportunity that a lot of people didn't have before because I remember, and y'all let me know in the comments because I know y'all are there. Any of my business owners, entrepreneurs, any of you all that are coaches, and you trying to grow an audience, you show up consistent. I'm going to talk about this at Bootstrapping Business and Ministry. I'll plug that in a
Mhm.
minute.
Mhm.
But you show up consistently, and when consistent doesn't grow your audience, it's a struggle. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I'm showing up Monday, I'm showing up Tuesday, I'm showing up Wednesday,
Yep.
I'm uploading weekly, but my audience isn't growing. But now, even if your audience doesn't necessarily grow, you do have an audience of people that you can talk to attract now because,
Yep.
man, I don't have my vitamin water next to me. They're all with my wife, but Chris already knows. Like, I always have
Hey,
my
look,
vitamin
I took
water.
off my label since they're not paying me.
Yeah, I know that need to turn this around. Y'all don't pay me, so I got to turn it around. But if I'm constantly talking about this bottle of water, people eventually are going to be like, "Yo, what's up with that water you got?" And these brands and these sponsors, they're paying attention to that because, like, I got the YouTube pillow. I always get every week somebody asks about where the pillow comes from,
Yep.
and so whatever I put behind me, because it's something I'm going to talk about anyway, is an opportunity
Mhm.
for them to generate more sales and more leads. And I'm talking about whatever it is I want to talk about. Like today, we're talking about how to monetize your content.
Yep.
And shout out to MelonApp. They're like, hey, we want to be a part of it. So cool. We can do that. I can get guests together. We can talk about content. We can talk about value in the marketplace for my audience, and they'll join in to help support that cause. So it's a win-win for everybody. And I think live streaming is definitely the way to go for anybody that hasn't got started in live streaming. Roz is in the comments. Jesus, the vitamin water. You knew I
Oh,
was going to come
vitamin
up
water.
some way, some form of fashion. Water. It was going to come up.
That's
But
hilarious.
but yeah, Chris. So I know you've taken this influencer thing to a different level where you're an influencer, but you're helping influencers now. And I know we've already had some conversations because it seems like the snowball effect happens when you kind of start with one. It's like all of a sudden, like there's a target on your back, like, oh, that's an influencer. We're going after them.
Yep.
And so, like, we get so many emails like, have I not literally sent you a
Yep.
person? Be
Oh
like,
yeah.
yo, just take this person.
Just
Like,
take it.
yeah,
Just go
just
get it.
they got stuff. And I think having a community is awesome and amazing, of other people that are trying to figure this out because we didn't have someone that we just like could ask these questions to. We were
Right.
literally like between you, me, and Melody, like, yo, what does this look like?
Yep.
Can I do this? Is this even right? Like, how do I
Is this
charge?
allowed? Like, are we allowed to make money? Like,
Yeah. And so, kind of tell me what you're doing now. Not only just being an influencer yourself, but kind of helping influencers as well, and people that don't even realize they're influencers. I got to put that caveat in there too, because
oh
there've
yeah.
been some people we come across that I was like, yeah, you're leaving some things on the table.
Oh yeah. Influencer, content creator, whatever you want to call yourself. Like, so honestly, I mean, the biggest thing we stumbled into was kind of again, just as we got into Amazon Live, we're kind of figuring out like, oh, this is a thing. It's easy, and I say easy relative, right? Because in this space, it was a little easier for us to get the things. And as we started learning like what they were looking for, what companies are looking for, and then we realized, honestly, if you look around you, this influencer marketing thing has been going on since forever. Like I can't watch a movie now without looking to see which labels actually show and go, oh, that's probably a brand deal, right? Which car is being driven in the movie? You watch Transformers and it's like, which soda machine? Oh, it's the Mountain Dew soda machine. You notice there ain't no Coke ones, right? Like you don't even realize that it's going on around you. And when you this kind of opens your eyes, right? And now you're looking at everything around you, like, man, this computer, this TV, these earbuds, the microphone, like what are the things that you use every single day that you're telling people about that you could literally go reach them and say, "Hey, I got an audience. Let me talk about your thing to my audience." And man, I got even off. Oh, I was like, I got off on a tangent. I didn't even remember what I was talking. So the biggest thing that we kind of moved into was being able to help creators. And so for me, I've just been in service-based business so long. Um, the coaching and teaching was a little bit off for me personally, right? It's a great thing. There's a bunch of people that can do that really, really well. The biggest, easiest thing for me was, hey, let me go find some people that need this service, that like they have a decent following, they have great content, and they're serious about their craft. And let me partner with them, and I'll go get brand deals, and we'll just split the back end, right? And so that's kind of where we moved into the space of, almost like a talent management, brand management thing. And even expanding that to, we talk to Monte all the time about expanding it to people that are throwing events, expanding it to not just live streams, but podcasts. Like I've been meeting podcasters that need help getting, sponsorships. And so that's the space that we're moving into, is how to get nano and micro influencers. And again, those are the people that are, I think it's like under 25,000. Some of them might be under 50,000 subscribers or followers or wherever your network is, and getting them deals because there's money out there. There's money in that market.
Yeah, yeah. He said under 20,000. Look, Chris, I was under 100 for that Amazon
Dang,
Live
bro.
brand deals, right?
Dang, bro. I think I'm still like, I don't even know if I'm at 500. I got to look it up.
Yeah, I think the platform is a big thing too for people to consider. Like, okay, which platform am I on? Because there's certain platforms that the numbers are relative across the platforms. Because Instagram, you may need a little bit more, but even YouTube now, because Roz is in the chat, I remember under 1,000 followers. And it's like,
Oh,
hold on, I got like 5,000
yeah.
Facebook friends and I don't get no brand deals. But how do I have 1,000 YouTube
Exactly.
followers and I get a brand? Like, so it's
Exactly.
definitely relative. Let me shout out some of these people over here. I see Zara jumped in. She said, "Thanks for the closed captions. You're welcome. That was intentional." No, it wasn't. I literally didn't even realize I had closed caption on.
I
But
was about to ask. I was looking like, oh,
I
is it?
used I used to use it all the time. Albert's there. Hopefully Otis is there. What's going on, Otis? Always good to see him as well. Um, Let me see here. Carmelita over on YouTube says, with so many platform possibilities, can you Titan speak to how to identify what works best for individuals, how they can decide on what works for them?
Mm.
You want to take that one?
Oh man, that's so good, man. You water what's growing. That's the easiest thing, right? Because like I said, when I first got into it, I was doing gaming on Twitch, and I started doing gaming on Facebook because it was easier for me to get the follower count. And then again, I got with Monte and was like, okay, let me get on the YouTube game and start getting the content, because I was like, long form, or not long form, long term content would work better, and I could get found later down the line. And when he said Amazon, and we jumped in just to see what it was, and like by getting our feet wet, we were getting money. It was kind of like, all right, well, this is a no brainer. We'll ride this wave. And again, I don't, for us, at least for me, I'm not letting go of the other stuff, right? I'm still working on creating content on the other platforms, and I'm still making sure I'm up to date on that, because though I think Amazon Live is the future, though I think Amazon Live is YouTube 10 years ago, and we got a ways to go, and there's money to be made. You just never know with these social platforms. I mean, how many? I was trying to think of the one you were talking about that was before Periscope, that just kind of went away and
Yeah, Blab,
Blab.
Blab. Yeah, Blab.
Oh man, Blab. What's the other short form one before TikTok? Vine.
Yeah,
You know,
Meerkat, Vine.
not
Yeah,
Meerkat. Yeah, see.
and brand deals were on all them
Yeah,
platforms, but we just thought it was you had to have 50 million subscribers to get that though.
yeah, yeah. Oh man,
Yeah,
it's crazy. People probably don't
yeah.
even think, no, Snapchat's still out there. If you guys don't know, it still exists.
Yeah, yeah, and I can't remember if I was telling you about it, but there was a guy that was taking his TikTok videos and reposting them on Snapchat for a some contest Snapchat was having,
Yeah,
and he won the contest. But his content was for another platform that he created, and he won the contest. Like he wasn't doing anything extra, just like
yeah.
reposting over on. I was like,
That's
this
hilarious.
is
That's
yeah,
good.
this social media thing is open, and yeah, I'm with you too, Chris. What works, and for me, when I jumped on YouTube, it was just like for me, I just needed a place where I could better put my content to be found by the audience of people, because I really understood that Facebook was limiting me to reach new people.
Mm.
I only was going to reach the people I was connected with. And even if you hit the share button, like only their people would, like, I was never going to break out of my sphere of who I could reach. And so when I went to YouTube, it was okay. I know my content will reach these people.
Yep.
And I had no idea that other people would look at it. Like the brand, I had no idea. Shout out to Fifine for all the microphones they sent me. You got more than me, but I got at least 8 of them from them. So I never thought that they would see a video that I made intentionally for my YouTube audience.
Mm,
I wasn't making it for them. And I
right,
think that's kind of like my little secret sauce strategy for anybody that wants to get brands, is to get their attention more so than trying to reach out to them. And then you definitely reach out to them, because that's something me and you plan on doing a lot more of.
right.
But when I create content, because we're talking about how to monetize content, I create content featuring the things that I like.
Yep,
And so I just was a fan of their product. And so when I put it out there, they saw that and they reached out to me. And so that's kind of how everything started for me. And that could have been on LinkedIn, that could have been on Twitter. I just don't use those platforms.
right.
Not that I don't want to, it's just a time management thing. But all these platforms really work because you could just tag the product or tag the manufacturer of it, and
Right.
and it gets their attention. I was streaming a couple weeks ago on a different platform, and they say, "Hey, we saw you talking about another product. We would like to work with you." I'm like, I wasn't even talking about theirs.
Nice.
So it's yeah, you can definitely focus on the platforms that you like, and don't feel like you have to deviate to all the other ones, because there's opportunities there for sure.
Bro, I was on Twitter. I got off a flight when coming back from Florida. I got off the flight and was like, yo, American Airlines, shout out. It was great. Trip was great, first class, blah, blah, blah. They responded. Like I'm talking less than 5 minutes. Like and again, they got a team, but that's the point, is they
Right.
got a team watching that. And so if I was ready, I would have been like, cool, hey, how I get the next one so I can, promote you. Like if I was quick on my feet, right? Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. It's like, I got these people over here, and we got this event coming up, and we're all going to need to buy some plane tickets. What can we do to make this
what
happen?
can we do?
Yeah. Robert's over there on Facebook. Uh, y'all don't mess with me about Blab though. Cheryl said Blab was dead before it got started. Cheryl, don't
That's
mess with
funny.
us tonight. Let me see here. Carmelia says, any suggestions you gentlemen want to make on content, how folks can research to actually hear what their avatars need? Ooh, somebody going in deep on these questions tonight.
Yeah, right? Like I gotta read it again. Hold on. Let
Yeah.
me pray on that
So,
one.
yeah. So any suggestions of what to make on content, how folks can research to actually hear what their avatars need? So from what I did was I created content that I already knew was getting searched for. So I'm just a fan of like search related platforms. So even like a LinkedIn, or even something that you could hashtag that's being searched. And I was looking to see if there was traffic going there. So if there was traffic going there talking about, this particular microphone, it would make sense for me to create content about the microphone because I knew it was already being searched. If I wanted to talk about a 15-minute long video on the water, but nobody was searching for it, then I
Yeah,
wouldn't do it. So there are tools that allow you to look for search volume. I like trends.google.com because it lets you know what's going on, like right now. I like a plugin called Keywords Everywhere because you literally can see the search volume on Google and YouTube and some other sites as well. So if I know search volume is there, that's the content I'm creating. And that's kind of what I started to do
yeah.
to to focus in on like what I wanted to spend my time creating.
Yeah. That's so good. I
Uh,
follow whatever he says because he's the one that taught me. So
uh, I'm gonna say your name wrong. I apologize in advance. The the
it's
Kiani.
Alexis. You can call her
Okay.
Alexis.
Oh, Alexis. All right, cool. Appreciate that. I definitely want to stream on YouTube, but I need to run that 100 or that 1,000K subscriber up. Oh yeah, so you can stream on YouTube on desktop with under 1,000. On mobile, you need to be above 1,000. DJ KC says I have over 22,000 subscribers on YouTube. Hey, shout out, you got more than me. I got to catch you. How do I go about getting Amazon to advertise on my channel, and who do I need to contact? So Amazon and YouTube are two different platforms altogether. So Amazon has what I do on Amazon is on Amazon. What I do on YouTube is on YouTube. Now, I did get Amazon's attention by creating content on YouTube. So I would literally create content about what this Amazon Live thing was. And Amazon people were going through and they were searching and they say, hey, we saw your videos. Thanks for what you're doing. We know you created this Facebook group. So I was able to get their attention by creating videos with Amazon in the title. So the platforms are different, but you can, if you're trying to get their attention, you definitely can do something like that. Um, I'll give this one to you, Chris, because here comes an audio question. I literally, before I go to the question, I literally got a comment earlier before I got started on YouTube about the Zoom setup and integration
Oh,
into a
did
live
you?
production. I looked at it, I was like, you know what? I just need to tag Chris on this because I'm
Man,
not trying to answer this
it's
audio
look, you
question.
tagged me in one of them, and I answered it. I was laughing like, "Oh man, I'm
Yeah, I'm
gonna get
about
all
to.
these audio questions. I'm gonna just go
I
get featured on Monte's channel as an audio expert."
pretty
Like,
pretty much. I just stay in my video lane. Shout out to MelonApp because it's super easy to use and I don't have to deal with all this audio stuff. I can just focus on the
uh,
video. All right. Who was that question from? Alric says, my question to Chris, what microphone do you recommend for church?
oh man, uh, and this is gonna be crazy for me to say because I honestly hate. There's certain things that I just hate, and I hate, telling you the big brand to go with. But I'm gonna just always say Shure is gonna be the mic to go with. Like even on like on my mic, I'm not using a Shure now. Like anybody that uses a Shure in their studio, I vote against it. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna use a cheap one. I'm gonna use something else. I mean, but for live, man, Shure is just they got the game a lot.
Yeah. Shout out to Shore, my friends
What's up,
over at
Shure?
Shore.
Oh,
Hey,
do I
well,
got a Shure
hey,
mic
Chris,
line?
Chris, I already got you. I already got you on this one. We
Oh yeah,
sure
yeah, yeah.
sure reach out to me. So there's gonna be something coming out very soon,
I
you
like
guys.
it.
Very soon. So yeah. It what's cool now is because when we got started working with the brands, we were working with brands that we didn't like know about. Like we didn't know their products. And so being able to learn about different brands and like, okay, I want to work with this one because they're like the big dog, but like this other one reaches out, like they have marketing dollars too. So like, okay, cool. Yeah, like send me your product. And if it's like good, then I'll use it. Like I still have, let me see if I can get it right beside me. I still got one of my microphones from Fifon like sitting right beside me because I use it still like all the time. And
Oh,
they
bro.
sent it to me like last year. And I really am a fan of their product because the microphone just works. Every time I plug it in, it works. It sounds good. So not like I want people to realize and think about the fact that there are competitor products that you can go after them. And it's a lot easier to work with them
Oh yeah.
because nobody else is trying to work with them.
Yep.
And, the big ones will come. So, like a Shure, like they're a microphone audio company that like is on my top five,
Yeah.
and they reached out to me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot different than me
That's
trying to go
very
reach out
different.
to them. Oh,
That's very different.
it's very different.
Oh
Um,
man. I think you had a
let's
question up at the top. You see that one? Uh
uh, if you
Live
see it,
production
I'll let
tips. I can read it to you if you want.
yeah, go ahead.
Uh Live production tips said I have a small tech channel with about 360 subs and about 80 videos that they started this year. What subscriber count should they start live streaming?
Oh, the answer in my mind is obvious unless I miss something. So I'm gonna let you answer it first.
Yesterday.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that was the answer in my head too.
Yesterday. You should already be live streaming. Don't man, don't get caught don't honestly don't get caught up in the audience thing. Like I know that's the thing we get caught up in, right? One of the reasons I tell people they're like, why do you live stream over create content, not create content, but videos, right? So when me and Monte got together, the funniest thing is he was really good at making videos. He could go and be like, all right, I'm gonna make this video, do the research thing he was teaching you guys about. My problem was I can't. I just was having a hard time. It took me way longer. A 10-minute video would take me literally 4 or 5, 6 hours to like just wrap my head around. Right? Guess what? We show up on this live. I'm here for an hour. I didn't write anything down. I did. We're just here answering questions, talking about what we know, and then what we can now do is take this 1 hour and then go chop that up into other videos. So now you have the live stream. Now you have 4 or 5 10-minute clips that you can put out. Now you got 60 possibilities of 1 minute clips you can put on Instagram. Like Don't get caught up in the view count. Make sure you have a strategy behind it when you go live.
Yeah, because yeah, I'm going live, Chris, to like 5 people, 2 people, like
Right.
1 person. It
In
gets
there.
you start looking at that number, y'all. Shout out bootstrapping your way to success because I'm going to be talking about this when I am there.
Yep.
And if you pull me aside and you really want me to tell you like the real of the practical side of this, y'all let me know. Tickets available somewhere on Facebook and on YouTube.
Somewhere.
Get your
Somewhere.
virtual tickets and show up. But like I don't care what people say. Like, yes, if you go live every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which you should have a consistent time.
Yep.
But if that audience doesn't grow, you've got to figure out why. Like, why is it not growing? And then you don't want to stop going live, but you're like, if I keep going live, it's worth my time. Yeah, keep going live, but don't go live to look at how many people are watching you live. Go live knowing that, okay, when I put this content out there, I can still reuse it for other platforms. And you actually have a little bit more leverage on what you discuss and how you bring it to the table. Because now, when I'm working with brands and sponsors,
Yep.
I have to really pay attention to what I say because I because I'm working with the brand and sponsor, so I had to, I actually got to promote their product or their service, but I also may not want to be in the mood to promote products and service. Like I just want to talk and just have a conversation
Yep.
of the real. So there's companies that I've literally turned down because I'm like, man, I just can't naturally talk about this and be happy. I had one product that I almost like tried to send back because I was like, oh, this product doesn't even work the way y'all told me it worked. This is not
That's
right.
funny.
But going live, like you said, I can go live to, I don't know how people are watching this now across both platforms, about 20 people across both platforms. 20 people is not a lot of people, but I appreciate all 20 of you.
Oh yeah.
That's why we're going to answer all 20 questions
Yep.
from everyone that comes in. But the reality is we all know we want to reach a larger audience, and most of my audience will watch the replay. That's just
Yep.
what it is because people are eating dinner right now. I'm so aware of the practical. People are eating dinner. You got Monday night football coming up. Like you got the kids running around. Like there's football practice. Like
Yep.
we ain't that important for everybody to stop what they're doing to come and show up on our time schedule. But that replay audience is very, very valuable.
Oh,
So
bro. All
keep
day.
in mind that people will come and watch the replay and then, take your content, put it on other platforms, and they will show up for that. Um,
That's so good. And I was thinking though, like we were talking, one of the things like going live, right? Even on Amazon Live, like when we first started, and we were talking handfuls of people. Like it's not like it was a crazy burst in the very beginning, right? So, maybe it's 20 people, maybe even 40. And again, those views are kind of skewed because you don't know if they're really, really watching you because of the way the stats work out. But like those small views, I'm like, look, while you're talking, I pulled up my website because I'm like, man, I'm thinking about all the channels that I've been able to be featured on.
mhm,
My YouTube page has 150. Like I didn't even want them to promote my YouTube pages because it had so few viewers, right? And I'm like, but the opportunity to be on, some of the other shows that, 50, 80, 60, look, I'm trying to think. I was on that one show where the dude on the show had 180. I'm looking like, man, I'm on the show with this guy. Like he's crushing it. I'm just broadcasting to 50 people on Amazon.
mhm.
But
Yeah,
people want to know.
these numbers are relative now, yo. Let's see. Yeah, I won't even go down that subject lane. Like, because I was going to talk about something. I was like, yeah, like what you've been able to do in some of the platforms that I know you've been on. I'm like, how did you get on that platform? Like
Bro.
that, I didn't even know
Yeah.
that was possible.
And look,
Um,
it doesn't even offend me when you say it because I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, buddy. I guess because I listened to you by Amazon Live. I guess it just.
uh, like opportunities, like what Glenn, I don't know, if Coach Glenn is still there, but he said, you focus on your one thing, and it opens up
Oh, bro.
other opportunities for you. And so it was like, okay, how do I just go live and how do I just do this one thing? And then I'm like, man, this company reaches out, this brand reaches out, hey, can we partner with you, or can we do something with you there? um yeah, it just grows. Now see, I know what time y'all show up to my live streams here.
Are you watching it?
About halfway in, the numbers just go up. Like
Yeah.
Like it's almost double. All right, so now I gotta get to all these questions. Now, if y'all do super chats, I'm gonna see your question a little bit faster, and y'all help the channel too. That's on the YouTube side. So I'm gonna start with YouTube first. Um, Casey or DJ KC said definitely can't go wrong with Shure microphones. Alexis says, was this made in OBS? So this is MelonApp. So shout out to Melon. They are the official sponsor of all these Monday live streams. So check them out at melonapp.live, web-based platform, super easy to use. Carmelita said, great advice, Chris. Do not worry about the view count. Make sure that you have a strategy for content execution. Roz is here. She said, don't get caught up in the number of subscribers and followers. Focus on the content. Chaz is here. Says, hey, Monte, just checking in on this week's episodes from Delaware. What's going on, Phil? What's going on, Brian? Bernade's in the house as well. Let me jump over here to Facebook side. This is a whole production we got going over here, Chris. I'm gonna
Bro,
need like somebody just to,
bro.
hey, what's going on in the comments?
Hey,
Um,
look, I'm looking over here like I got too many screens up, man. I can't focus.
bro, you like I didn't go switch screen on it today, but like I'm trying
Bro.
to stay focused over here. Um, I still ain't got all the cameras set up. Let's see here. Renee's here. She said Clubhouse Chris on Facebook. Tawana says I miss so much. Can't wait to watch the replay. See, I'm telling y'all, the replay is legit. If your content is good and people want your content, no matter what that is, they will go back and watch the replay. Like me and Phil had this conversation on Clubhouse. I don't know if were you in the room that day? And I was like, Phil, why? I asked him, I said, why do you keep showing up? How do you keep
Yeah,
finding me
yeah.
when I randomly go live? And he said, like, he values the information I put out there. So if people value what it is that you put out there, like there are people I will go and like, dang, they didn't put out a YouTube video this week. Like I just want to see what they put out. It's like I may not even need the information. I
Yeah,
think of Roz in the chat. Like, I'm like, how did you even find me? Like,
yeah.
I tell you like not to come to certain webinars or trainings and stuff, and she still signs up to
Still
come. And it's
showing up.
like, how do you keep showing up? And you
Yeah.
guys will find that there will be people that gravitate to you for you, and that's where you focus on. Like I've literally had like one-on-one conversations through live streaming to focus my attention on the people that value me. And if I can give them value, they keep showing up. They promote you. And I've even had brands promote me to other brands. It's the
That's deep.
yo, I talked to one of them today. They were like, hey, we want to connect you with our person over here. I'm like, just because, and I'm working with them, and it just opens up, you guys. So we're talking brand deals and how to monetize your content, how to get paid for showing up and talking about things that you're already showing up. Let me finish getting through these comments here. um Shout out to Carmelita for the super chat. She donated super chat, appreciate you. um Renee says, do you recommend YouTube account plus all social media? Give me some clarification on what you mean by that, Renee. I know you, so um, you don't have to go too deep in the weeds, but give me a little bit more clarification on what you mean by that question specifically. Um, my dude Courtney is in the chat. Matter of fact, Courtney's got some amazing stuff going on. I'm working with the company to help his studio build out, and I was like, hey, um, can we get a little extra discount on that for featuring your stuff in a YouTube video? And they were like, yeah, we can build a discount in for that. I'm
Nice.
like, hold on, let's think about this, y'all. I simply asked about putting their product
Yes.
and featuring it in a YouTube video, and they're willing to discount it. Like, we all have a camera on our cell phones, and we're all creating information and content. I want you guys, because Chris talked about, think about things that are right around you that you're using already. Create a video, tag the company in it, and just keep doing it. Like someone will reach out. It's like just bound to happen. Um, Renee says, I'm thinking of adding a YouTube account to put longer videos, like 10 to 15 minutes for my coaching business. Yeah, I mean, I would do it. Like, you can't go wrong with putting out content. Long
Yeah.
form content is going to
Monday.
give someone that time to know who you are. Like I get people that tell me in my comments on YouTube that they like the way that I break information down for them. and make it easy. I can get a comment like that on a YouTube because they have longer to listen to me and longer for me to explain versus like TikTok where that type of comment wouldn't happen because everything's so fast. So I'm always, Chris, you said it too. I think about the platform that works best for me. Like
Oh
Chris
yeah.
said, he like it takes him way too long to do a YouTube video. So it just doesn't make any sense for Chris to do a YouTube video.
It's
It
not.
like the math just don't even work out, y'all.
Yep.
So Chris is you're not gonna find Chris on YouTube. Find Chris on some other social app that he likes. And it does that's the thing, Chris. It don't matter which app you on, what
Oh yeah.
social platform you on, you can leverage it.
All day.
Yeah.
All day.
Let me see what's over here. Richie says, "Do you all know?" Let me go back up. He said, "My issue is YouTube started removing my watch time hours slowly because I haven't uploaded in over a year and I'm still under 1,000." Yeah. So YouTube is a rolling 365. So if you don't upload content, yeah, it will look like it's going down. That's because it's a rolling 365 on how they calculate the watch time. So yeah, definitely upload some content on a regular basis here. All right, cool. If you guys have questions about landing brand deals and sponsorships, let us know. Because we're talking about how to monetize your content, how to monetize what you're already doing. Like
So true.
I was already showing up and doing these live videos. I had stopped for a while because I was like, I got so busy doing other things. Life happens, and like you're trying to figure out a schedule to work with and work around. So like live video wasn't something I just could make work. But now I can make it work because I want to talk live and I get paid to show up and talk to you guys and answer questions. So Bernade, shout out to Bernade on the super chat on YouTube. Y'all are amazing. I get I get paid from everybody. There's an Amazon link. Yo, can I be real for a minute? There are Amazon links in the YouTube description. MelonApp is like, hey, we'll collaborate with you. You
Yep.
got people like Carmelita and Bernay that are donating to you. This is content that's going to live on YouTube and Facebook for other people to find and watch me. So I'll make money from the AdSense. Somebody will probably reach out to me and say, "Hey, can I hire you?" Like I get those emails too. Like,
Bro.
can I
All
hire
the
you to
time.
come do this?
All
All
the time.
from something that I was already going to do anyway.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the people that cook because I think y'all should all go live too. Um, yeah, Chris.
Oh man.
I love this subject.
Bro. Yeah. I'm like, look, I'm reading through, I'm getting excited. I see Cheryl, what she wrote, that her YouTube's all about cars, so she's gonna add in product videos as promos. And look, I'm gonna say on top of that, like, don't think like, oh, because I'm doing a video about a car, nobody's gonna let me sponsor the car. Nobody, the car company's not gonna sponsor me, right? Think about the wax for the car. Think about the companies that you buy any of the accessories from, because it doesn't have to be on that car. It's just that it has to be the same audience. So the people that are watching your stuff about cars, they're gonna watch their car. They're gonna shine their car. They're gonna want lights in their car. They're gonna want all that stuff. Like, so think outside the box, but inside that niche, right? So I
Mhm.
got that and got excited, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Richie says, "Can I monetize any before 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours?" Yes, and that is why the sponsorship and brand deal. Chris, talk about that.
No, I mean that. Yeah, I saw that one too, man. That's crazy. Like, yeah, don't wait on YouTube. I'm not waiting on YouTube. I got 150 followers and I'm already making money creating content. Like, the point is figuring out all of the other ways. You got to think when you're thinking of YouTube, right? Or you're thinking of content creation in general, think of it as a business and go, how do I want to make money in this business? And don't think like, okay, I'm just going to get the AdSense, because it's not enough, right? I don't care how many views you have, it's never going to be enough, because then you're going to have to, as you get bigger, you're going to have to pay more people to work for you and all that. So you're going to have to figure out how to get more money in. So Monty mentioned it before. One way is if you already have a business doing whatever you do that you're talking that's related to your subject, boom, you're getting clients from that. I've done that on Amazon Live by accident. Somebody was asking about live stream gear and they just hit me and were like, hey, can I just pay you to do it? You absolutely can pay me to do it. That's what I do. The Amazon, even if you're not technically on Amazon Live, being an Amazon associate, and getting those links. Like if you look down, if you're on the YouTube side, I think you did it on the Facebook side too. If you look down, there's links in there that are Amazon links. It's the gear that he's talking about. It's That's it. You're getting paid from those links, right? And it's not just getting paid if they buy the camera that he's using. It's for 24 hours, somebody clicked on that link, and whatever they buy, you're getting a piece of that. I've sold $6,000 computers. I wasn't even talking about the $6,000 computer. I was talking about a 2,500. You know what I mean? Like, and so you got to get outside the box on that. So affiliate marketing, man, I'm trying to think of all. I mean, the sponsorship specifically, like doing videos, creating content. And again, you know, we get deeper if we do exactly your content. But one of the creators I work with is a travel. He's kind of like a travel blogger, but he's also a bartender. And so when he's traveling, he's going to bars. And so one of the things that we're talking about doing is essentially picking out bars where he wants to go. And now the service is he's going to go shoot the video. So it's going to be content for him. He's going to give them a commercial, and he's going to get a free trip to some tropical island to have fun. So you just got to get creative with how you want that business plan to go, man.
Yeah.
I digress.
Yeah. Like, because even like you said, like even if you have a smaller YouTube audience, you create the content that's long form content, you can still give it to the brand because they may pay you just for licensing. Hey, this is a great video. Can we use it in promotion? Yeah, you can use it in promotion. Let's sign this agreement real quick.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah, I had a blog reach out to me. Like I can't remember the company name, but they were like, your video was great. Can we put it in our blog? And for me, I'm like, sure. I'm like,
Absolutely.
but like, I said, like, I don't understand how it fits. Like, it's a techie type of live streaming thing. But I'm like, which video are you referring to that you want to put? And the video they shared with me was like, that video? I like, that's not my best work, but you like it so much that you reached out to me that you want to put it in your blog to help
Why
me
not?
drive more traffic to my YouTube channel. Oh yeah, you go ahead. You can use that one. Let me see the blog once you get it uploaded. Oh, cool. Speaking the same language. Okay, that'll work. What's
Yeah.
going on, Phil? Phil's over here on the YouTube side with the super chat. Appreciate you, Phil. Let me jump
He
back
said he
over
got an
here on
Amazon
Facebook.
check. Hold on, let me check my account. Did I get an Amazon check today?
Amazon paid out today. What is
That's what
today?
that's what Phil said. Phil
Oh,
said he got an Amazon
it's
check.
the end of the month here, so I know I got my YouTube check here earlier this week
Oh, no,
or
I ain't
last
get mine
week.
yet.
Renee says, how do I connect it to my social media? I think I know what you're talking about, Renee. I think you're gonna be at the conference. If you're gonna be at the conference, let's go through it then. Because there's some apps that you can use to make it a little bit easier to connect everything together visually. But for YouTube specifically, there's so much data in your analytics. Like there's a lot of data, and the more you grow your channel, the more you'll be privy to seeing. So I definitely can share some of that with you because that data is what I actually use to show the brands who my audience is, male versus female, age demographics, watch times, which videos are popular, all that stuff. So I take the good data and share that with you. Tawana says, Lord knows I struggle with creating content. I specialize in helping people find their biological parents. Wow. I normally just create um, a post sharing my client success stories. I would like to share more info on DIY info for those that can't afford my services. I don't know.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
gosh,
Oh
that
my
is
gosh. I'm like, oh my, I got the ideas.
yeah, I'm like, that is
bro,
I'm thinking of the shows that have been on TV and like how I've sat there and watched those like
bro,
all the way
bro.
through.
Heck, I already thought of a sponsor. I mean, you talking
Ooh.
ancestry.com. What's the other, thing that like, even if it's not directly in your process, it's still related because people go, oh, well, I wonder what my great granddaddy was. I know my daddy, but who's my great? Oh my gosh.
Wow. Yeah, blacktidemedia.com.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, reach
Hit
out
us
to
up. We
Chris
need
on
to talk.
that one because
We need to talk.
because I think when I'm hoping I get a couple people's light bulbs to turn on,
Bro.
even if they don't know how to reach out or even know that this is a possibility, like you're working with so many brands, like it's easy to connect the brand with the influencer
Yeah.
because you already know what the brands are looking for and you know what the influencer is already doing. So it's just facilitating that conversation in the middle
bro,
to make it easier. But yeah, that
bro.
and yeah,
I was
the
just talking to
23
somebody
and
today.
me's and all that
Yeah, that's what I
stuff.
was trying. Yeah, the 23, bro, bro,
Yeah, like and the people that we don't know, those businesses that we are not aware of that do the same thing. Those are
boom.
the easy ones that you could go after to say, "Hey, this is what I do.
Yeah,
I want to collaborate with you guys." And then you do your content. Hey, this video is sponsored by such and such, and in this video, we're going to talk about this person's success story of finding their mother, and then you can pull on those heartstring videos
bro.
too. Like, oh my goodness, I'm thinking about Scott Simpson, in one of his videos that took off um with the young girl. I forgot what the saving the drowning girl, and
Oh
he
yeah,
had the
yeah.
fire truck and all that stuff. Like, I'm thinking how his video just took off when he
Bro,
did that one.
that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, Renee says, how do the brands contact? So most of mine come through email. Pretty much all of mine have come through email. So making yourself very easily found on social media. Make sure that your email is there. Make sure your accounts are public. I have
That's the simple one,
yeah,
right? Make
like
it
yeah,
public.
yeah, make it public and make sure they can find that email address.
Oh man, that's so good,
Yeah.
bro.
Chris says that's dope. Or Courtney says that's dope. All right, Renee will be at the conference. Awesome. If you guys are interested in learning this, Chris will be there. I will be there in the DMV. You can also watch virtually. Bootstrapping your way to success. Look in the description here on YouTube. Look in the description on Facebook. Get your virtual tickets. We'll be there in person, October 1 and October 2. So definitely look forward to seeing some people there, especially the MMC family. Shout out to Melon. Melon is going to be helping sponsor that event too. So they sponsor me here, and that relationship carries over to a conference where they're sponsoring that too. So you guys will be able to like enjoy more perks of being at a conference because they said, "Hey, that audience is great for us too. We want to help." So they're sponsoring over there too. So shout out to Melon. Live production tips and tools. Shout out to them for the super chat. Y'all super chatters, y'all are amazing. Y'all make sure y'all ask questions. If you super chat me too and you got a question, make sure you ask those questions too because they'll pop up to the top of the list. Um, Richie Sullivan says, "Hey Phil, how many subscribers and where your Amazon buyers come from?" Uh, I'll let you answer that, Phil, because I'm going to assume your Amazon Live is just one of the places, and wherever else you're putting that content. And then live production tips and tools says, "Thanks, guys, for the information. Do you wait for the brands to reach out to you, or you have to make the first move? When is the right time to start working with brands?" I'll get that
Oh
one to
man.
you, Chris.
Yeah. I mean, for me, the right time to work for brands is today. Like out because and then like this is what it is right. I came from a sales background, so I mean I've sold cars, I've sold car insurance, I've sold all kinds of stuff, and so the biggest part is getting past the no when you're doing the cold reach, right? Is the no, and so in the beginning, again, a lot of the deals came to us because where we're showing up. As you grow, a lot of deals will come to you because you will already be doing deals. It's that I like to call it the not having a girlfriend in high school syndrome, right? Like when you don't have a girlfriend, nobody will talk to you. When you do, everybody does because the brand sees like, oh, he or she is already working with a brand, so there must be something there. Let me go see, what are they doing? Are they selling more? And so once you start doing those deals, they start to come more. For me, also personally on the business side, like I have dedicated VAs, one that literally 40 hours a week, their job is to go find contact information for companies. I literally just go lights. And she just searches light companies and gets all the contact info. And then I have one that specifically is doing Amazon. And so the difference obviously is the product has to be sold on Amazon. So you got to start on Amazon, find products in a niche, and then go find the contact info. So for me, I'm on both sides, but again, that's more because of the business that I've gotten into now.
Yeah. Cause yeah, like Chris says, like we weren't even trying to get brands. They just started finding us. And I was like, oh, okay. And then when you do this video sponsored by, someone else just happens to see that and they're like, okay, that person knows how to work with brands. Cause that's a process in itself to
Oh, bro.
giving the deliverables of working with the brand. And so if you can make it work inside of what you're already doing, that's the easiest way. Because I don't like to do like dedicated YouTube videos for a brand. That's a lot of work. You got to study the product, you got
Or
to demo the product first, and then you got to use the product to create the video. That
don't
in
even know that
itself,
life. Don't even know that
Chris,
life, man.
yeah, Chris don't even know that. Like, I got stuff sitting here like I'm supposed to get done here because like I got to get it done.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you go after brands, I would definitely say make sure you've already got some videos or some picture images of content that you've already posted on social media so you can refer to it when you reach out. Say, hey, I took this picture, it got 50 likes. Like don't underestimate and undervalue those views, those eyeballs right now. Especially if you want to work with brands and spotlight, they value the little, like the micro means you have less than 1,000 followers.
Yep.
So yeah, don't underestimate that. Uh Juice one. Oh geez, I won't mess that all up too. I
Two
appreciate
deuce,
the
one
super
tray,
chat.
one tray.
Yeah, I appreciate the super chat. It says I appreciate you both for taking your time to share your knowledge. I'll be back for more. I'm reading comments about people getting checks, and that's my type of talk. Yes.
I love that.
Shout out to Phil for the paper checks. Mine hit that direct deposit though.
I know.
Phil got me checking like, dang, did I not
I know.
get
You
paid for
look, yeah,
Amazon
I
today?
definitely check.
I did
Even
not remember
Cheryl was
seeing
like,
that
we all check
notification.
banks at the same time.
Shout out to our Amazon Live family and crew. Man, I knew this hour was gonna go by fast. My
Right.
wife was like, 60 minutes. I'm like, give me 60 to 90 just in case we go a little over.
Just in case.
This
He's like,
topic
it's
right
Chris. We
here,
can just keep talking.
I know, like this topic is something that when people use that word everybody, I don't like using that term everybody, but I think everybody now can get involved in this in some form or fashion. You can do free exchange, give me your product, give me your software, and it doesn't cost you more because maybe you're already using it in your business. So now that's an expense you don't have to pay for anymore. You get started with products. You're like, hey, I just want a little bit of money compensation for doing a video. We ain't even get into all the strategies of it tonight.
Bro.
I did a webinar. I got a course coming out, y'all, a beta course coming out. Yes, I'm pitching the beta course, but I'm going to go through some of these strategies, like a pricing strategies as well. Chris doesn't know yet, but I'm going to have him create some content for me. Um, but
Anytime.
yeah, because like you can price your services the way you want to price it. Because we've done one-offs, they're great and they're horrible at the same time.
Right.
You could do videos where you can do it as a series. You can get more money up front, and you don't have to go chasing so many brands. You can kind of focus on one brand and deliver all that and build those longer term relationships. Um, shout out to Melon because like you guys are going to see me here for 4 months at a minimum.
Yeah.
4 months at a minimum, and that's pretty cool. Not to have to think about, okay, let me go find another brand or sponsor that I want to work with to help me get the things done that I want to get done, because them partnering with me allows me to show up here. It allows me to, either buy gear or test gear, or, have someone help me run the live stream or something. Like if there's for some reason I can't be here next week, like I was like, yo, Chris, can I get you to show up for me and I'll pay you to show up because I have to do this live show every week. So working with brands and sponsors have a lot of benefit to you because it allows you to reach their audience as well. I know Roz is here, and when her videos get shared on her brand's partner's website, that's way more views than she has on her channel. Like I take a couple 100,000 views off of this main website that people are going to all the time because they know this website versus like going after 2,000 views on YouTube. So there's a lot of benefits there. I saw chat just rolling and scrolling as I was talking. So Chris, did I miss anything question wise in there?
Nah, I told off the Giles Cheryl up in there talking about some reminded you that I owe you money for my sales on Amazon for all the
Oh yeah,
customers.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Chris owes me Amazon checks.
Uh,
What's up, James? I see James on the Facebook side. To want to say this topic was right on time. Um, Renee says you two are a joy to listen to. But yeah, so Any last minute questions? You guys let us know. Topic tonight was how to monetize your content as a micro influencer. Chris, let them know where they can find you. I got all your links in YouTube and Facebook, but for those people that have not looked into the description section, just let them know.
Yeah, I mean, social media is Chris P Giles one everywhere. Social, what is it? Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You catch me on Clubhouse every morning, DJing, playing music, talking this, and then if you're interested in learning more or you're interested in talking about, so the difference between me and Monte wants to teach you guys. I just want to cut, so I do it for people, and so blacktiemedia.com. If you check it out, you can fill out the form, learn more information about how we are partnering with content creators and brands. Man, I got to look. I'm gonna let it go on your show, right? All right, we good. We got enough, bro. I got this reverse engineer thing I'm about to do, right? I'm about to do basically how you're teaching everybody how to get brand deals. I'm going to start teaching companies how to work with influencers.
Mm.
And then I'm going to get them all in the same room to teach them about the process. And then I'm going to pitch them with 25 plus influencers on the spot. And here's the perfect way to get started.
Yo, and that's what I've been telling like some of these sellers on Amazon. I'm like, you if someone, because you know how I've said this so many times, I think about how I use the platforms.
Yep.
So if I want to go buy something on Amazon, let's say a book, right? And I start typing in some keywords, and you have a book on Amazon, the only way that your book will show up is if you know how to do the SEO correctly and you title that book pretty much exactly how I typed it in. Even though your book may fit what I'm looking for niche wise, right? But if you partner with an influencer and you sell a book on Amazon, the influencer has a live audience talking to people like right now. And so this influencer marketing thing is they trust the influencer. And like it's almost like whatever the influencer says, that's what people do, whether
Yep.
that's right or wrong. Like that's just what happens. I was talking to one gentleman the other day, and he was like, "Man, he's like Monty. He said every time you have a video about a product, and he says I need it, like that's what I get." And I'm just
Love it.
like sometimes I don't realize the power that happens through a video.
Yeah.
And so if you guys are talking about things that you like already,
Yep.
your audience will like take an action behind that. And the companies know that. We're the ones that don't realize that.
Yep.
We say, hey, yeah, go buy this over there and it'll work. And not realizing like, hold on, let me partner with the company because I'm going to keep recommending the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. Like I love this shotgun microphone. Like this thing is like dual purpose. And if somebody asks me, this will probably be the only microphone I recommend for like the longest time. I need a brand deal, like, or I just need to shut my mouth. One of the two. But if I got to figure out a way to make some money off of that. All right, let me get to these questions here because I'm running my mouth too long. Courtney says, what do you tell a person with no channel but are subject matter experts?
Start a channel.
Yeah, Courtney. I know you, Courtney. So yeah, you got to start a channel. You got to start a channel.
Start a channel. Don't wait. Just get out there. I
You got
mean,
to start. You got to start your channel on YouTube, Courtney, specifically YouTube, because you're already going live on Facebook. I want you to start your channel on YouTube doing the exact same thing. Don't even change it. Just start putting it there and title it the right way, and brands will start to reach out. Like it's just, and all right, secret sauce. So I got to get off of here. So when I did my webinar, because I want to do a beta group, Chris, of basically everything that we've learned.
yeah,
And inside of my beta group, I need these people to win. I need these people to
oh, yeah,
get brand deals and sponsors. I just think the easiest way for people to get brands and sponsors are to be in a community of people. And then if I have relationships with brands and sponsors, I already know who to talk to. So
yeah,
just like how you're facilitating, I'm like kind of do the same thing. I'm like, look, if I know this person is in this space, hey brand, I'm already working with you.
yeah.
This person is in the same space. I can't like I'm thinking of all the people that I've literally just said, go talk to this person, and y'all have done a deal with them. Like you
Oh,
got
bro.
more products from that one company than I
bro.
did. I told you what I got, and you like went over and beyond with them. I was like,
It's
hold
that
on,
community, man. I was like, "Yo, what did you get?" You were like, "I think he said 2 mics or 3 mics," and I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm gonna get this monocaster,
I'll take your
bro."
2 mics and raise you.
Bro, I still got. I think I got 6 of their mics in the closet. I got the monocaster, the monocaster plus. I got the XLR mic that I needed. Like, bro,
Yeah, I got a. I'm bringing one of my ring lights to. Yeah, I guess I can say it. I'm bringing one of my ring lights to Bootstrapping Success, and like I'm going to use that as a giveaway. Like it was sent to me. I did my 3 minute video. I don't need a ring light, so I'm gonna use it as a giveaway and look like a cool person because I'm doing giveaways with something that someone actually needs. So I'm like,
bro,
yeah, this is a win-win for everybody. My community needs a ring light. Company, send me a ring light. I want to talk about it. Y'all will get sales, and now I'm going to give it to my community because that's the best way for me to like stay connected to them, like
bro.
making sure they're taken care of.
I'm about to call Mayo and be like, "Yo, I'm gonna give away some of these mics. I need an extra check to talk about you at this conference," and I'm going to.
Yeah, yeah,
I
because
didn't even think about it, bro.
yeah, because like there's an expiration date too. Because like, hey, if you want me to keep talking about this, we're gonna have to keep getting the checks coming. Because this ain't no one time like I talk about you lifetime. Though it's like,
Yeah,
hey, there's a window to this. I want you guys to start monetizing your content. Okay,
all day.
that's the goal of this.
Demo.
All right. Let me make sure I didn't miss no questions over here. Okay, I did on YouTube. So let me scroll up here. Brian says, how would you tactically review a product that you genuinely don't like, but you're compensated for? Ooh, I got the perfect answer, Brian, for you, because that happened to me. So the product that they told me they were going to compensate me for, it looked good on paper. Okay. From what I knew about it, it looked good. They sent me the product. And as I started playing with the product, I realized that this product is not something I would use. Now I'm trying to figure out in my mind, like, how can I get this product back to y'all? Because I don't want to talk about it. And then it hit me. What is the use case for this product? Not if I liked it, but who would actually use it?
Yeah,
And so I framed my video around this product would be good for this type of person because it would be good for that type of person. Like that is genuine. For what I do, it does not fit in like my workflow, like nothing.
yeah.
But for that specific person, it would be a good fit for it. And so that's what I had to think about when I got the product. Now, if there's anything like you also want to have creative control over it too, because a lot of the companies, pretty much none of the companies have asked to review my videos before I put them up. So you want to make sure that's in your agreement too. Is hey, I am going to tell the honest truth about your product because I get half up front. So if they don't want to pay the other half because they didn't like the what I said about the video, I still got at least half up front about talking to that product. You got anything on that, Chris?
I mean, for me, because I do the live portion, my biggest thing is I tell them I'm not promoting the product. I'm doing an open box, unboxing it, right? And so, I mean, again, I had a camera that came in and it wouldn't sync to my phone. And I mean, they were upset because they were like, well, why didn't you practice beforehand? I was like, because I told you in my agreement that I go live and I do it live. So the fact that it wasn't easy enough for me to do, and I'm a tech guy to connect it live, my audience needs to know that. You can show me now, and now that it's open for the because that was a three video deal. So on the second video, I'll go, okay, this is what I missed. If it was my fault, I'll correct it. But if it's not, then I'm gonna go, hey, this is what it's good. Like you said, what's the use case for it? It was
Mm-hmm.
actually a pretty cool product, but it just that first time was just
Yeah. Like I'm using like so Melon is sponsoring this. I like their platform. Like
yeah,
it's super easy for me to use. So if I didn't like their platform, like the deal wouldn't happen. Because it just doesn't make enough sense for me to show up all the time with it. But because I like the platform, I'm like, oh, this is easy for me. I can talk about, yeah, I'll shout y'all out. How many times y'all want me to shout you out
yeah,
and use your platform to answer questions on YouTube and Facebook? Oh, I can do that. And then my audience appreciates that because they don't like you don't have to pay me to watch this. Like this is just free information.
yeah.
Speaking of getting paid though, who asked that question about coaching programs? Do you have a coaching or mentoring program That was from Live Production Tips and Tools on YouTube. So I do have a mastermind community. That's where we kind of really get into the weeds of all this stuff at deeper levels, more specific. But for brand deals and sponsorships, I just did a webinar, free webinar last week talking about this, and then opening up the beta course to take people through a process. We actually get started on that October 1st, and then we'll do some group trainings for that too, live settings. Let's see, make sure I get all the questions. Some of us influencers have been doing SEO and can beat the brands out. Yep. Um, okay. And all right, I think I got all the questions on the YouTube side. And Facebook says, Tawana says, do you pre-record, schedule, or post your content, or Johnny on the spot live? All of the above for me.
I'm Johnny on the spot live. I don't do none of the other stuff.
Yeah, so I used to pre-record a lot, just because I knew my audience would show up at a certain time. So I would pre-record to release it at that time. So I used to do it a lot. I do schedule these in advance if I remember, but I come live here every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I try to make sure that my audience knows when I will be consistent. And then I definitely Johnny on the spot it when it comes to Clubhouse. I literally had someone say, "Hey, you go live in here on regular?" I was like, "No, no, no, no." I said I go live when I can, but if I do go live, this is typically the time I go live. Um, but yeah, so it really depends. Now, sponsored content, I personally try to give them a date and a time that I'm going live ahead of time so that they know, because when I give my deliverables, it's easier for me just to schedule it ahead of time so that they can show up, because what they'll do is they'll bring an audience of people too. So if they really like you, they'll promote it to their communities.
Yeah.
So their customer base say, "Hey, we're going to be talking about our products on Amazon," but I'm that person that's actually talking about their products on Amazon. So I've had that happen too.
Yeah. That's a
Tawana
good one.
said,
Hollyland did that too when they
yeah,
did the mics. I was
yeah,
like, man, who are all these people in my chat?
yeah, yeah, they're a cool company. Like I had the eye blazing iPhone people. They was
Yeah,
like, yeah, we watched your live stream today. It was a great show. It's like, oh, okay.
that's funny.
That's why nobody was chatting, because it was all of you guys in there. Y'all were just all watching. Um, Tawana
Uh,
says, did you say Melon? Yep. So the app I'm using today for live streaming is called Melon. I'll put that back on the screen. MelonApp.live. You can do a free trial and test out the software. Pretty good software. I like it. Web based. Um, let's see here. Brian on YouTube. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. He said, got it. Appreciate you both. Chaz says, Monte, you didn't respond to my messages last week. Charles, send me your message again. Because you know I get an influx of messages now, right? Since I'm
he
kind
don't
of,
got a person for that
bro,
yet.
this influencer thing, like it's a whole different beast. Like I get emails and like I don't use IG like that. And I have to remember to go in and check IG because I just don't use it like that. And so you get all these messages and from all over the place, and so you're trying to respond to free content messages, YouTube content, brand email, like, and I'm still like, okay, what is my actual business that I'm supposed to be doing day in
Right,
and day out?
right.
Those emails, like I've got so many emails from today, like they'll probably get responded to on like Wednesday, just because I need
Better get
someone
responded
to
before the weekend, man, because
yeah, yeah. So
bootstrapping
shoot,
happening. We ain't gonna be nothing this weekend.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I shut it down on the weekends, y'all. But yeah, send me your message again, and I'll definitely take a look at it. Oh, the restaurant in Delaware. Yeah, 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 yeah. We had some ideas. Now I got some ideas, but yeah, we got to figure out how we can make that time to talk though too, because one of the things one of my coaches, he doesn't even know he's a coach of mine. He said, you have to charge to think. And now like that's even more real than it's ever been, because like it's easy to answer questions live, but sometimes you got to pay to think about what that answer is, because that's I'm big on the time thing, y'all. Like I'm even more so now, um, with everything going on. Like the time part is like, how can I use the time that I do have in its, in its best y'all know what I'm saying. Like time goes quick. Like 3 p.m. came around today. I'm like, there is no way it's 3 o'clock already. Like, no way. Um, I think I got everything. So Chaz says, will you make a phone call? So I don't pick up the phone. Um, so for me, like on the business side, like it is at this point. Now things were different like a year ago. Like
Yeah.
I didn't have people like knocking down the door trying to ask me questions. Like I'm telling y'all, the influencer thing changed because now I'm able to focus more on generating business revenue from the brands and sponsors because they're more willing to pay. Now, there's plenty of y'all that have paid me for my services. These brands and sponsors, they pay more, y'all. So I have to dedicate more time there. And so the other general questions, it's very hard to answer those because they take so much time to answer them. Like they're like my YouTube, I have to do it like 2 to 3 times a week because I used to could do it every day, but there's just so many questions in there that it takes a lot of time.
Yeah. Phil said, "Clone yourself."
I wish I could feel.
I
Tawana
need
says, "Me too."
clone
IG
me.
is so annoying. But yeah, all right. So let's wrap this up. I done gone over my time. Hopefully, well,
Sorry, Kay.
yeah, Chris. Blame it on Chris.
Blame it on me.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely we gotta get you back. I already know I'm gonna have you back because I know the subject is awesome. How to monetize your content as a micro influencer. So if you guys definitely have Chris about it or have questions about it, or want to kind of get into the space a little bit more, I put one of the webinars I had on there. I doing a beta course. Like if you don't want to do none of it, if you don't want to spend the time learning it, you just want somebody to like reach out to brands on your behalf and say, hey, here's an opportunity. Blacktiemedia.com. That's what Chris does. So and like if you got questions, like shoot him an email. All that good stuff. Like we're here to help. And if you catch us live, that's the best time to ask questions because that's the easiest time to answer the questions for sure.
True that.
That consultation rate be up there now, Chris.
Woo-hoo, that joint jumping.
Like, yeah, like it used to be. It used to be like down here,
Yeah.
but like now, like yeah, those that content is valuable now. So I'm like, yeah, there's. I'm telling y'all, there's Cheryl's in the chat. Me and Cheryl had a conversation on Clubhouse when Cheryl jumped up there, and was like, how do I price this? And she was like, I got $1,000 worth of products sitting at the house now. I'm like, oh, okay, at least $1,000. I know I'm worth that. And Cheryl's one of those other people. I'm like, how did you find me? How do you keep following me? She takes the free content, the free information, and goes out and does it. I said,
Yeah.
yeah. I said, yeah, sure. I said, you doing it over there. Can't mess with her. Dr. Kai is on Facebook. She says, I want to have Chris do that for me. Yeah, definitely reach out.
Yeah.
blacktiemedia.com, fill out the form. Because yeah, even working with brands and sponsors, it takes some time because you got to do. I got one email chain, Chris. It's like 50 some emails back and forth. Like, man, this is a
Yeah.
lot of back and forth. I don't feel like talking to these brands. I got a couple I need you to reach out to me for now. Like I just need to give you all my stats and data because the more stats and data you guys bring to the table, the easier it is to work with these brands because they want to see your analytics. Bernade over here. See, Bernade is one of them people that makes me want to keep running my mouth because she
Super
keeps
fan.
super chatting
Super
because she
fan.
done super chatted the last show too. So I appreciate you, Bernade.
I think she super chatted twice this show.
Yeah, she super chatted twice this show. This is this is one of the reasons when we talk about monetizing your content. Geez, this is not a mastermind, but this is one of the reasons I moved over to YouTube because if I was given the same information just on Facebook, I'm looking at the super chats that have come in tonight. Appreciate all $80.53 for being on here for an hour and some odd minutes, right?
Yeah.
That only happens because I showed up on YouTube. Facebook, that option isn't available. Like even if y'all wanted to super chat, like it's not there.
Yeah.
YouTube has it built in. So monetizing my content, I'm better off being on YouTube going live and just like sharing and giving like answering questions, giving value, like giving away the secrets. Like it's just way more valuable for me to do it on this platform. So not to say you or Facebook doesn't have its place, but like that's the things I'm thinking about when it comes to like where I want to show up and how do I want to deliver my content. But appreciate all of you guys for showing up here on both platforms for sure. Um, awesome show.
Hey, bro.
Awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Yep, I'm gonna have to get better about getting down to an hour though.
Hey, bro.
Like, ooh, it just all came out today.
Hey, look.
Um,
Hey guys, we're gonna chalk it up to that I was the first guest, and that so if you're on the next show, either you're boring or he got it under control.
hey, it's a little tough talking by yourself for an hour, and you're like, man, this
Yeah,
is because it's a lot of talking.
yeah,
But when you have somebody to kind of share the stage with, it makes it a lot easier.
yeah. You can stop, get some water, come
Yeah,
back
yeah,
out.
yeah. There's a couple of times I push you live just so I could get some water, and like, it's like, no, I'm not going live. If Chris wants his water, he just going to have to drink it on camera.
Exactly.
Shout out to the
I noticed
non-water,
that. I noticed that.
yeah,
Just so
the
you know.
non-water sponsors. So, Tawana says, I really want to do more videos. Introvert. Yes, I understand the feeling because I am an introvert. It takes a lot for me to show up and go live because you deal with what does this person think? Did I say the right thing? Did I mess up on my words? I done got so far beyond that. I know I didn't tripped up on my words. I don't know how many times tonight. Like I didn't even think about it. Like I just show up and deliver value, deliver value. There are videos on YouTube that I have done wrong for a brand, and they still reached out and said, "Hey, you want to do
That's,
another video for us?" I'm just like,
that still
hold on. This
baffles me.
concept is I had the microphone backwards, y'all, and I'm a techie. Like I am the one person that should not have the microphone backwards. That's why I tell you I don't like audio anyway. But I had it backwards, and they still reached out to me. Like this, this was the one after the mess up.
Oh man, that's so funny.
Oh my
Still
goodness, yeah.
baffles. That's crazy.
Cool. I appreciate you, Chris, for being here.
Hey,
You
bro.
guys make sure y'all follow Chris on his social media platforms. And if you want to get started with these brands and sponsors, reach out to him. Reach out before all these shopping seasons happens because they are looking for people to feature their product to a whole bunch of people that have this disposable money they're trying to spend. And even if it's not disposable money, people figure out a way to start shopping here in the latter part of Q4. So make sure that you guys reach out to Chris. Chris, any last words? I can
Uh,
definitely blame going over on you.
I'm gonna say yes to I saw somebody's question come in. Yes to whoever that last question was that disappeared.
Oh, they retracted it. I missed it.
They just said, "Are you half black, half Thai?"
Oh,
Yes.
uh, blacktiemedia.com.
Black Thai media.
Cool. Appreciate you, Chris, for being here. Appreciate all of you guys for joining and watching us live. We'll be back next Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, shout out to Melon for allowing us to do this, go live. And if you guys have any questions or want to see any guests or any subjects, definitely let me know. MelonApp.live is where you can go to check out their platform and you can get started for free. And if you check out their upgraded platforms, you can do all the recordings, the chats, the multi casting live streams, and I'm gonna play with some more of the backgrounds Chris was getting on me to earlier. He's like, you
You
ain't
got the
gotta
overlays
custom
in this?
overlays. I'm like, nah, I got them. I just don't know which one I want to use. So I haven't
That's
decided on
funny.
that one yet. But shout out to them as well. Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you in our next live show.
Later.